While the gameplay is amazing, the story and characters seem to be lacking.
Seeing this become the dominant opinion towards Fire Emblem Engage has really opened my eyes to how fucking idiotic gamers are. Well, or maybe just Fire Emblem fans, which is weird considering these nerd asses open up, spreadsheets to figure out who to build supports with. Fire Emblem Engage tells its story through everything, not just the cutscenes. So, lazy players, would of course think that the story was bad, but I'm going to prove to you why it isn't. First off, the title, Fire Emblem Engage. Well, the Fire Emblem refers to Lear, who becomes the Fire Emblem, and also Byleth, who has the Crest of Flames, which, is sort of, crest is another word for emblem. So, the emblem flame in his heart, which I guess is a minor spoiler for Three Houses, but you really won't care about it because that game story is bad. And it also refers to Marth, and because his class in the game is apparently the Fire Emblem. Don't ask me about any other games because do you think I actually play those shits? how could I have done that? Now for the subtitle, Engage. The Engage is referring to the engage mechanic in the game, which through a special ring allows you to work with and fuse with an emblem, which is a soul cloned and trapped inside of a ring. I don't know how they did it, and the game doesn't really explain that, but it doesn't matter. The point is that you see characters from Smash Bros. That you recognize and you clap. This whole concept is, referencing marriage, which seems kind of weird. Why is, marriage in my shiny anime game about killing zombies and a dragon at the end of the game? Consider the setting that every Fire Emblem game is in. It's medieval. And in that time, marriage was a transactional thing. Well, really, every relationship is transactional. You put something in to get something out. However, it was literally a transaction. You married someone to form an alliance or to gain land. Now, this doesn't happen in the story because, well, it's hidden. You're not supposed to, notice it. What I'm getting at is that Engage is a game that's ultimately about capitalism. Think of the music. People only remember the remixes. Capitalism is famous for doing the same shit over and over again. It's safe. Of course, the main theme is remembered because the beginning of it is unavoidable. Now, let's look at the, look of the game. The game is very vibrant. Characters have been compared to VTuber avatars because, well, they were designed by a VTuber artist. And this is intentional. Think about what VTubers are. Soulless creations made by talentless hacks for idiots who have no friends and are craving a parasocial relationship. More importantly, though, they're distractions. Candy-colored distractions used by mole men so they can steal your socks when you're not looking. And who could use a distraction more than anyone else? A capitalist slave. Another common misguided insult of Fire Emblem Engage is the MC worship. Divine Dragon this, Divine Dragon that. Yes, it can get annoying, but it's to make a point. The point is that it's the developers ringing an alarm in your head telling you to wake up. By having everything try to please you so hard, it sends the adverse effect of taking you out of the experience, saying that you're not in the real world, you're suffering, you're miserable, you should kill yourself. It's a pretty malicious game, all things considered. One character who should stick out to you is Zelkov. He speaks French and is dark-skinned, both of which aren't very common in Fire Emblem. Zelkov is known as the Asterisk Man because he talks in a way that implies deeper meaning, but doesn't. Another character is Goldmary, whose whole thing is being superficial. There's also Yunaka, who pretends to be this bubbly character, but is in reality a cold assassin. These three reference acting, which should make you think of Hollywood and, of course, capitalism. The general shallowness is a reference to safe, big-budget movies, but, these three are special in that they show that the game is aware of what it's doing. Finally, I want to remind you of what most of the game is about. It's people, humans, fighting over things, the emblem rings. And isn't that what capitalism does to us?